Beautiful days, making the most of the beautiful days. But I want to take the opportunity to, talk a little bit about how many of us have a different way or a different view on caring for or seeing what snakes are. Because I've done many a video where I've said that I'm very different to many. And I am. I'm very different in what my videos are about. I'm not about the morphs. I'm not about what I'm going to breed and what I'm selling, and because that's not the type of snake carer that I am, or keeper of. Hey gorgeous. Hey gorgeous boy. How you doing? You saying thanks Mum for bringing me outside, because it's just beautiful out here today, isn't it? Hey? It is just beautiful, isn't it? Just like you. Hey, you a beautiful boy? That intelligent looking face. Who cannot see intelligence? I don't know. Very, very intelligent, aren't you? Hey? Yes, you are. You're a beautiful boy for Mum. But yes, we all have our reasons for, doing our videos. And we've all got our own style of doing our videos. We all have our own beliefs about snakes and what they can and can't and should and shouldn't and so on. And I think the word is shouldn't for a lot of people, but if you looked close enough you'd see that they should do a lot of things that they're doing, and read why they're actually doing that as well. But I guess the point of my video is to say, in all of that, I have been given huge respect and acknowledged for who I am within the reptile community. I'm welcomed by everybody within the reptile community, and very rarely do I get a negative from anyone at all. And in actual fact, sometimes I get a little frustrated that I'll talk about a subject that I know is very controversial, and for some, left field conversation, and rather than actually comment about it, they do leave a comment, but it may be along the lines of, Jack is looking beautiful, love that you take your snakes outside, very much just those. And that, I guess, is a form of being respectful, even though I would still appreciate words such as, well, my beliefs aren't like that, Gay, but yeah, understand what you're saying from what you believe and how you see your snakes. I would much prefer that, on those controversial videos and, subjects. you know, the views are way less than on what I would consider to be within the normal. You know, this is how I've set up my jungle python's enclosure. This is, you know, the basic of what my video is about. Is this is a jungle python, they live here, they grow about this long, this is how old she is, this is the heat, this is the humidity, this is the size of the enclosure. You know, those videos get, of course, a lot of views. But if I talk about a snake and their emotions, or that they know me, you know, they know me very much so. And if I'm trying to make or do a video or discussing in that video anything to do with that aspect, then the views just, yeah, drop way back. And a lot of my viewers are not reptile people. They don't have snakes. They've never even thought about having a snake. But they've got to know me. They've got to see who I am and who I am as a person, not just somebody that has snakes in her life. They see me, you know, very much so as more than that, and respect the fact that I love my snakes and that they're, you know, a very, very big part of my life, and do love seeing me interact with my snakes. They love hearing and seeing how I take care of them. And I guess because they've never been brainwashed, sorry if I'm using a word there that you may feel is so inappropriate, they've not been brainwashed to think that a snake you bring home and you put in an enclosure. I don't know where you're going, Jack, up under my butt and out that side. But yeah, they've had no preconceived idea of, you get a snake, you bring it home, you put it in an enclosure and you set the temperatures up and you check the humidity and you feed them once a week, and that's life with a snake. They have a totally different, new take on it because they've watched my videos about snakes and they don't watch anybody else's about snakes. And you might think, well, gee, they're not getting very good information, are they? But I tell you what, I think they're getting the best information. You know, I've got a lot of care. Where are you going, dude? I just don't know where you're going. Back around. Okay, I got it. You know, I've had people that are terrified of snakes, but they watch my videos, and in actual fact, they're watching me. And yeah, there's a snake there, but because they're just listening to me and what I'm saying, the snake, for those people that are scared, is actually secondary, and they're relaxed. And for somebody that is terrified of snakes, you would think that their focus would be on that snake in that video, but it's not. It's just me and the way I talk about them and my passion for them and my love for them that they're hearing. And I'm so glad that that is what they're getting from my video, is a relaxed state of mind, even though there's a snake in there that they have anxiety attacks about. And yes, and those people that haven't got snakes are aware of snakes, aware that people keep them in their life, have now got a different way of seeing how to keep snakes, and had no idea that how I care for my snakes is how you can care for your snake. And in actual fact has piqued their interest to the degree that, boy, well, if that's how you can care for snakes, and they're happy and they love it, I would be interested in having a snake in my life. Because otherwise, they're boring, aren't they, really? But yours aren't, gay. Your snakes are so out there and so cruisy and easygoing and love being around you, and that's how I'd want my snake to be. So if I've reached a few people out there in that way, that if they were to get a snake, and I know some have, you know, they've been thinking about getting a snake, but have watched my videos, and yep, have gone and got their snakes and gone, now that is the way I'm going to care for my snakes. That is how I'm going to take care of them. And I do have people that have had them for a long time as well, and have decided to switch it up and go, no, that is what I'm going to do. That is how I'm going to care for my snake now. And that, for me, is, yeah, everything. Just everything to me. And so I appreciate those people. And I want to put in the end here, you know, I do have a great friend, and most of you within the reptile community know him very well, and his name is Boxing Boa, but I know him as Jay. And you know, he has his take on snakes and how they are and how you should care for them, which, as you know, is not like the way I care for my snakes. And we've had our words, so to speak, and believe me when I say we've had words, we've just disagreed, or he's disagreed with me, and but always done with so much respect. And that's what I would like people to remember, always. Even if you don't agree, be respectful. Because me and Jay, I would consider him to be a great friend of mine and a great supporter of mine, even though, like I said, we are nothing alike when it comes to the care of snakes. So that is what is important in the end, is that you can still be very good friends. But it is about being honest. Always be honest, because that'll always win. And I'm honest. Jay says it like it is, I say it like it is. But we always, in a way, we shake hands. So, anyway, I'm going to say ciao, but take care of yourself, take care of your family, your friends, your snakes, and all your animals.